Listen, I ain't never been a runner.
I'm just making sure. Because I'll be in the building on Sunday. Hey.
Oh, yeah?
Bradley Roby.
I'll be there. We're gonna stop. We're gonna have a drink.
I ain't coming to see no damn Falcons. I'm coming to see Bradley Roby.
I know you. I know who you're coming to see. We gonna have a drink?
Oh no, Miss K. I don't know if I can have a drink with you. I just, you know what I'm saying?
It's why. I'm sorry?
Because I don't know if I can because, you might be all emotional after the game and everything, and I'm trying to have a good time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you might be all emotional and everything, and, because y'all going to take this ass whipping, and I don't want to be all happy and gloating and everything. I see you got your drink. Out already.
Coach, actually, as a 49er fan, you should be rooting for the Falcons this week.
Why?
The Falcons beat the Saints, and the 49ers are in the playoffs.
Dude, I don't give a damn about us being in the playoffs because we ain't gonna last. I mean, we ain't gonna make it to the Super Bowl. So let somebody else have that shit, as far as I'm concerned. Let somebody who, and don't get me wrong, the Saints ain't gonna be no contender either. That's terrible.
It's either the 49ers or the Saints, and the 49ers have the edge right now. They have the one-game advantage, but they got to play the Rams this week. I don't like their chances. So if they lose,
well, it depends on who the Rams play. The Rams might not play their people.
The Rams have to win the game to win the NFC West.
Oh, do they? Okay.
They haven't clinched the division yet.
Okay, I thought they had.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Who's the Saints quarterback?
Who knows?
Taysom Hill.
They'll probably be Taysom Hill.
All right.
But I mean, they've been trying everybody back there.
All right. You might want to meet me for a drink, man.
I hear you, babe. We might have to do that then. I have to tell my company we're gonna have to stop and have a drink.
I can't get that square right off the middle of my face. Let's put it over there on Travis's face.
Travis moved the square.
No, I'm just kidding, Travis. I just
you can put it on mine. I don't care. There you go. There. I like it. I'm wearing that thing like a badge. Let's see if I can find a way to put on my shirt down here. Let's see here. Let's see. I need a spot on there. And I need a spot on.
Is the black man coming today?
Black man can't make it today.
Aw.
Yeah, I tried to get him to come, but he kind of mad at you right now. So I said, Black, don't be mad at him. Don't be mad at him. Black.
Why is he mad at me?
Because he said he don't feel like he's getting the respect that he should be getting from you.
I don't even know who this dude is.
I know it's a long story. I tried to talk some sense into him, but he kind of upset right now.
It won't be the first time black man's been mad at me.
Yeah, that's kind of true, to be honest with you. He does kind of stay mad at you. And he don't like Travis. He and Travis don't get along at all.
And Travis, what you do to black man?
Nothing. Be myself.
That's tough, Travis.
And look what I have today. I made a note.
Wait, back it up. Perry, 1 minute.
1 minute for Miss Carey. Woo! All right, Travis, roll that music. Let's get started. Hey, Mr. Butler.
Hey, Dad. Okay.
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and J, they coming through. Straight, no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no scriptures, need a microphone. My man, Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats of this and that to keep this show on point. And when we done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey y'all, let's get it poppin'.
Hey, welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live once again, the Imperial Palace in Black Mania, home of Black Man. You didn't know that, did you, Miss Carey? That's where Black Man is from, Black Mania. You didn't know that? Hey, Miss Peavy, Happy New Year. Oh, Travis done froze the whole thing up. Did you freeze? Travis did something. Yeah, Travis did something to mess it up.
I didn't do anything.
Look at Miss Carey. Look like, what is that? Look like a whiskey sour. Is that what that is?
It's bourbon and lime juice.
Oh, it's definitely alcoholic. We can tell that. So y'all know from that, you probably expect just about anything from Miss Carey today. Miss Carey, coming to you from Atlanta's own. Are you out in the parking lot at Magic City?
No, sir.
You back in the office back there?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. I mean, you never know. I mean, your surroundings look different from what they normally are. So I couldn't tell. I know that room looks a little familiar back there behind that color paint. So, because I have been down there once or twice when I was a young man, way back in the day. Anyway, Ms. Carey, how you doing today?
I'm all right. Thank you. I'm ready for you.
And then we got Trav. What's up, Trav?
Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just seeing if Miss Carey was picking up some of those lemon pepper wings for CP3.
Oh, hey, there you go. There you go, the Lewis Williams special. That's what I'm talking about. Folks, we got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to go ahead and get on it. Travis, I don't know what's going on. I got something funny in my little message box. I don't know what that is. You got something going on in there. How many of those have you had already, Miss Carey? The fans want to know how many of those drinks have you had.
This is my first one. It's been a long work day.
Uh-huh.
I love it, Miss Peavy. I love it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's talk real quick about college football. Everybody knows the championship game is going to be this Monday, Alabama and Georgia. I mean, one of us said it was going to be Alabama and Georgia, I believe. I don't know who that could have possibly been. I think some people, you did not. You said it was going to be no Alabama and Georgia. You said that Michigan was going to win or something like that. You picked one of them other ones to win. And, poor Cincinnati. Who feels sad for Cincinnati? Anybody feel sad for Cincinnati?
Hey,
I hope they go and sit their ass down somewhere now and listen to what people try to say. What?
Real quick, Cincinnati played better than Michigan did. So if anything, I feel sad.
So what do you want? So do they get an emotional? I mean, is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm
saying, trying to get them some kind of emotional win?
Hold on. I know you. You're going to start crapping on Cincinnati. And, they shouldn't have been here. And
they shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have been. Guess who else I'm clapping on? Guess who else I'm clapping on? I'm clapping on the damn Big Ten, just like I always do. What do I always say happens when a Big Ten team meets a top-tier SEC team? Ass whipping. And that's exactly what happened. Ass whipping. So, I mean, it was just, I don't even know why we even played the game. I mean, I don't even know why we played that game. And I said it from the jump. And I'm talking about, y'all might not have seen some of the things I saw. There was some embarrassing moments. I mean, where one time the Michigan running back, I'm going to say the damn Georgia running back, just put his hand in the chest of the defender and just pushed him down just like body slammed him. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it was just a mollywhopping. I'm talking about by every letter of the word mollywhop is what they got. And the same thing, I mean, Cincinnati's offense was just, I mean, I had to close my eyes. I was like, I can't even watch this. I mean, I thought that game should have been rated NC-17. There were some scenes in there that just weren't fit for the eyes of a righteous man. And I was like, oh my God, I can't watch this. A righteous man, because a righteous man can't watch that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the play in the Georgia game where I think it was George Pickens? I know it was a wide receiver. It might have been George Pickens. I may be wrong on the wide receiver's name. But Georgia was doing a run play, and right off the snap of the ball, Georgia, the wide receiver just goes up and starts blocking the Michigan guy, and he lays him out, and he goes flying like 3 yards.
But again,
back.
like I said, there were several, and I'm just saying there were several plays in that game, like the one you're talking about, that I saw, and I'm like, okay, the average Joe ain't gonna see that because it was nowhere near around the ball, but they're just out there just bulldogging them jokers. I'm talking about just embarrassing them on every play. And it was bad. It was really bad.
Coach, so I have a question. If the parity is so big between the SEC and everybody else, at what point does it become like boring to watch college football? I stopped watching college basketball early on when the women's Connecticut team was crushing everybody. There was never competition until most recently. And so when does that start happening in college ball?
Well, I think that it never happens in college ball because there is just so much more. People just love their colleges. And they like Travis wearing that damn South Carolina shirt. You know what I'm saying? Is that people who go to these colleges or their parents have gone to these colleges or whatever the case may be, they love that college. And they're gonna, when that college is 0-19 or that college could be 0-275, they still gonna be rooting for that college because that's their college. And I mean, that's something you just can't change. It's just like his family. It'd be like rooting against your daddy or rooting against your auntie or something like that. You can't do that. I mean, it's just like, I have to be with that college. And that's what a lot of people feel. Now, you can put down a football team like, man, only reason I cheer for Cincinnati is because my ass lived there. I don't live there anymore. I ain't cheering no more for no damn Cincinnati. You see what I'm saying? You can let that go. You can't let go of your alma mater. I mean, when you're from there, and everybody knows you're from there, everybody knows I'm from Vanderbilt. You know, it's not like I can just throw Vanderbilt in the trash can, but man, that's your team. That's your alma mater. That's where you played. Not only did you go to school there, you played there. So that, I mean, there's something about that that's going to hold people there regardless. And that love for your school, that love for your alma mater. I'll never forget Tennessee State, TSU used to play games in our stadium because our stadium was a lot bigger than theirs, even though we were the smallest stadium in the SEC at 41,000. Their stadium only held like 20,000. So when they were playing teams like Grambling for homecoming, they would come buy out our stadium so they could make more money. Because, you know, you got twice as many tickets you can sell. It's homecoming, and the game would be sold out. But they would always let us go to the game, you know, the Vanderbilt football players. And we would go to the game, and I'll never forget, TSU used to play this song. And, you know, the tuba start going, boom, 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 boom. And they got this music going. And then everybody starts singing, I'm so glad I go to TSU. And I saw this lady had a hand up in the air like this, and tears were just rolling down her face. And I just reached over and I touched her. I said, ma'am, are you okay? And she said, yeah, baby, I'm fine. She said, my heart, it just touches my heart every time they play that song. And that's what I'm saying. When you got that kind of commitment and can bring tears to this lady just to hear that song, you can't do nothing with that. I mean, that love for that institution and that school is going to be there regardless. And that's the whole thing about college football or college sports in general, even college basketball. Look at how March Madness is one of the biggest events every year. And sometimes March Madness is boo-boo. I mean, when you got the number 1 team playing against the number 16 team, it's not like they say, man, we ain't even going to play this game. We know good well this is going to be an ass whipping. No, sir. No, sir. The number 16 team is like, hey, you never know. You know, don't do my school like that. Well, let us play because that's their school. And I mean, you just don't ever hear anybody say, oh, we ain't got a chance. Now you'll hear me say that because you know how I am. I'm going to say that. But like I said, but other people won't do that. Travis ain't going to do that.
No.
Travis ain't going to do that about Carolina who's a terrible football team.
Hey, North Carolina.
About the Bengals, who are like this year. They up and down. They roller coaster. They yo-yoing. Everybody knows they yo-yo. And you just don't know you don't know if that yo-yo gonna be down there in the spin this week, down on the bottom. You never know what you're gonna get with them damn Cincinnati. So what you say, you confused? What you say, Mister? If you got the commitment because you went to that school, you can't let it go, even if they did go to a Big Ten school. I'm with you. I'm not saying that, Mr. Butler. I'm saying I understand that Big Ten people are going to be with Big Ten schools. What I'm saying is that an SEC school going to beat the hell out of a Big Ten school 11 out of 10 times. 11, maybe 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10 times, meaning those 10 and the next 2 coming, the SEC going to win that damn game. That's what I'm saying. And that let me make myself clear in case y'all didn't understand. That's what I'm saying. Miss Peavy said that Cincinnati showed up better than Michigan did, and both of them still got ass whipped from SEC school. So in the story. Anybody else got a question about that? Ass whippings all around. No. Now, go ahead, Travis.
Real quick, because we need to get to the NFL. I did want to show you. Did you see the controversial ending to the Tennessee-Purdue game?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't think it was all that controversial, but go ahead.
Okay. My question was, what did you think about that call as a head, as a coach? What did you think about that?
No, you gonna show it?
I have it right here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it so everybody can see it, so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Give me 2 seconds.
Ms. Peavy said beating her team. I don't know who her team is. I guess it's Tennessee.
Must be North Carolina.
Must be her team.
She said Travis's team beat him, so it must be North.
Travis's team is Purdue.
Oh.
Okay.
So the question is, what was the guy over the goal line? And I've had 18,000 people call me because one person wanted to know, is it legal to drag somebody over the goal line? It used to not be. It is now legal to do that. It is legal to push or pull your man for forward progress. So let me get that out right now. And I keep showing it, Travis. Run the clip. Because it looks like the guy is over the goal line. However, you can see the referee coming in there marking him down because the referee saw his knee down. And, I mean, was the ball over the goal line while the knee was down? I don't know. I mean, that's the big thing. And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, you just got to go with somebody's call. And it could be the call of the referee on the field, or it could be the call of the man in New York. See right here? See, it doesn't look like he's down. It looks like he's laying on top of that guy, and he got the ball over the goal line. Mm-hmm. And once the ball breaks the plane, it's a touchdown. But you see the lineman right there, the linesman with the L on his back, he's actually running in and saying he did not make it. He was down right here. And if the replay official said he didn't have enough to say that guy was wrong, then it is what it is. Tennessee, take that L. Keep it moving.
The actual ruling on the field was that forward progress was stopped. So Purdue had stopped their forward progress, and that's why you see the ref coming in like that. He was blowing the whistle to say forward progress was stopped. He may not be down, but forward progress was stopped.
Uh-huh.
And the whistle blows, and then 1 second later is when he reaches the ball over.
Okay. Well, that's
he's not down.
And to Ms. Peavy saying that she's confused as to how they explained it. They said forward progress was stopped, and the whistle didn't get blown until after he crossed the goal line. I think that's incorrect, Ms. Peavy. I think that the whistle was blown before he crossed the goal line, which is what we call an inadvertent whistle. And once you have an inadvertent whistle, say Travis is out there chewing his tobacco or whatever, and the play gets started and Travis accidentally blows the whistle while he's chewing his tobacco. Well, the play's dead right there. Once you hear a whistle, the play's over. So if after Travis accidentally blew his whistle, they threw a bomb and Miss Carey caught it for a touchdown, the touchdown ain't no good. Now, Miss Carey's going to have a fit, and the coach going to have a fit and all that. But when you have a dumbass official blow his whistle, if the play stops at that point because you're taught to stop on the whistle. So if the whistle blows for any reason, you got to stop. I mean, the play's got to stop. Yep. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
So anyway, does that make sense? Yeah, I know. Miss Peter, come on now. You know a lot of these commentators are terrible. You know, that's why you got to come here so I can make it make sense to you. Because a lot of people don't know nothing about no damn football. I don't know why they don't have me in the booth. I don't. Or at least have me as the guy, coming in talking about what's really going on, like they have something. Come on, Miss Peavy.
But we got to get to the NFL, but it baffles my mind.
Hold on. We got one more thing to talk about before we get to the NFL, because this is important right here. This is important. This is for all the Travises of the world, all these Moneyball college people and all this other stuff. Stop putting any kind of credence into this dumbass thing they put on there about, the records of the conferences. The Big Ten is the best conference in America because look at their bowl record. Look at that. Nobody gives a shit about no bowls. I mean, y'all. I'm just saying right now, the kids, a lot of the players, like Tyler Goodson, one of the best running backs in America, didn't even play in his bowl.
Yep.
I mean, especially these days when all the good kids are not even participating in the bowl because they're like, dude, I don't give a shit about the damn Cheeto Bowl. Or I don't care about the damn Tax Slayer ice cream, but whatever. Nobody wants to do that. Can you believe they named a damn bowl after Tiger? Tony the Tiger, Miss Carey. I mean, be real. These bowls are so trashy these days. I mean, I wouldn't have anything to do with them either. Now, Travis, if you want to start doing this and do it right, let me tell you, and you can get a petition started. Go out there and make one of them damn things that everybody can sign online and all that. Tell them to do this. Tell them to start paying the players to play in those games. Mm-hmm. And tell them to say, hey, every player on the winning team gets $10,000. Every player on the losing team gets $5,000. See if it now, then you can see some real playing. Then you can have a Tyler Gooden say, you know what? I'm gonna get this 10 grand first before I go on and start getting ready for the NFL. Let me get this 10 grand first.
So
tell them to do that and see if it don't make the games better.
Real quick, I don't know if this happened or there was talk about it possibly happening, but with the whole NIL deal that's going on in college, that there were players in specific teams that were playing in specific bowls. So, for example, the Cheez-It Bowl. That's the first one that popped in. Some of the players, Cheez-It could actually sign them to an NIL deal.
Sure. Because
they're playing in the Cheez-It Bowl. And I don't know if that happened or if that was like, this is probably going to start happening next year because it's just, it may have been. The NIL thing is so new that it maybe didn't happen this year, but next year, like, these balls are taking kids and signing them basically.
I saw Barrett Carter after the game holding 2 boxes of Cheez-Its up like this. He might have been signed to an NIL deal. Possibly. But my whole thing is this. Don't matter. I mean, let Barrett eat. But this is what I'm trying to say. If you want to see better football games in these bowl games, if you want to see the real SEC teams play, get them all some damn money. You tell them that all the winners of every bowl game get $10,000 cash, and all the losers of every bowl game get $5,000. See how much participation you have then from people. I guarantee you'll see folks out there stroking people and playing like it means something. Because right now, guess what? They send you down to some damn place where it's sunny all year. You're going to either Florida or you're going to California or Hawaii, somewhere that's got great weather. I know they got the Pinstripe Bowl up there in New York. I don't know who came up with that idea. But the bottom line is that they're going to send you to some kind of resort kind of a place. And most of them kids are like, I'm breaking curfew every night. If I get caught, I don't care. You know, once I get my little goodie bag that has all my shit in it, I'm taking the next plane out of here anyway. Them players don't care about that game. I'm just telling you. And that's what you got to understand is that those teams are like, dude, I've been working my ass off the entire year. Took an ass whipping against Alabama, almost broke my neck against Texas A&M, and now they want me to go out here and play Tennessee State. Are you kidding me? I give less than a damn about playing against no Tennessee State. I'm just telling you. I mean, that's the mentality. They're like, I'll go to the game to get my stuff, but that's the only reason I'm going.
And the teams are earning enough. I can't remember the name of the team who was supposed to go to California and didn't go because of COVID. They had enough players to man the field, but they didn't have their star players, so they canceled it. They said they weren't coming. They forfeited. Well, in that forfeit, the opposing team lost $3.5 million for not being able to play.
Exactly. And I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. I think Texas A&M was replaced by Rutgers. I think they were able to get Rutgers in there in time to save that bowl. Jason, somebody said Matt Corral, the quarterback for Ole Miss, projected for the first round. He got hurt, I think, in the bowl game. And that's why a lot of these guys are like, I'm not fooling with this bowl game. Mm-hmm. Even if you've never had an injury your whole life or whatever, that you can still, because it makes you look stupid, that you out here playing in Cheeto Bowl and they're going to give you, a week's supply of Cheetos to take home with you. And you out there playing for that. And now you get hurt and going to lose millions of dollars because you trying to play in a damn Cheeto Bowl.
So he's actually going to end up getting a little bit lucky. And initially they thought it was a lot more serious than what it was. Now reports are coming out that it was just like basically a really, really bad sprained ankle.
Okay.
He's not going to end up breaking. He didn't break anything. He didn't tear anything. He's a projected first-round pick, but he got injured in the first quarter. And, of course, being a running quarterback, when you got a sprained ankle, you can't play.
Listen, Matt Corral, hats off to him, whatever happens. I'm not holding him responsible for anything. He did the right thing. But here's the thing.
Talking about it. So, yeah.
That's somebody.
It's not that bad. His stock isn't going to go down at all.
Yeah.
But he got lucky. That's
somebody who's trying to do the right thing.
Yep.
Trying to go out there and represent his team and help his team win. Trying to help the SEC, in this dumbass imaginary thing they have about how many SEC teams win and all that other stuff, and then winds up getting hurt. And thank God it was a minor injury. He's going to be fine. They ain't going to affect his money and all that. But some people go out there and tear a damn ACL. I mean, that's happened in bowl games too. These useless-ass bowl games have kids get hurt that had a shot to go play in the NFL. Now they're hurt because they went some damn condom bowl or some kind of dumb whatever the hell it is, some sunglasses bowl or some kind of just it's so much mess out there now. It is straight ridiculous how many of these, and they're useless. I mean, the only reason they have them is to make money because they know that people gonna watch them. And so, therefore, they can get advertisers to spend millions of dollars so their products can be seen, and that's what happened. So, what's up, Richard Hood? I can't read what you're saying, but I see you on there, so I'm going to say what's up.
It's 8:30. We need to get to the NFL.
All right, let's go. We're going to go. We're going to skip. Hey, trust me. It's a lot of games in the NFL.
I know.
We don't have to talk about this week.
I agree, and I thought this was a good 30-minute discussion on college.
Starting with the Bears and the Giants. We don't even have to talk about the Bears and Giants because that was nothing but trash. I mean, at the end of the day, both of them need to do some major rebuilding. I'm interested in what they're going to do about quarterbacks. I think both of them need to get new quarterbacks.
Before we let that one go, I did read an article earlier that said people still believe that Andy Dalton is better than a backup quarterback, that he deserves a starting role on some team.
Let me shock everybody. I don't think Andy Dalton is that bad of a quarterback. Do I think he's a starting quarterback in the NFL? Hell no. Could he be a backup quarterback in the NFL? Hell yeah. I mean, there's a lot. They had damn Gardner Minshew out there the other day. Gardner Minshew? I mean, Andy Dalton definitely better than Gardner Minshew. I mean, hell yeah. Andy Dalton can still be a backup. He can't be no starter. Whoever said that crazy as hell. But could he be a backup? He can be a
better
backup.
than Taysom Hill, who starts. So,
well, maybe. And I'll say he's as good, but I won't say he's as good because Taysom Hill has that dual threat thing. And Andy Dalton can't run a lick. And Taysom Hill can damn outrun everybody on some of these damn teams out here. Patriots and Jaguars. You know, I mean, my question is why Bill want to do that? Belichick beat somebody 50-10. I mean, that's just, I mean, I don't get that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that there's too many things you could have done. I don't know if he was trying to send a message or probably send a message to his own team because they should mollywop people like that of this caliber. So I think he wanted them to do that. We got Rams just got by the Ravens 20-19. Guys, the Rams aren't winning the way that I think they should be winning, especially in games like this, especially when your roster is damn like the who's who of superstars. You know, Von Miller. I mean, you got Odell Beckham. I mean, Stafford. I mean, you got all these Aaron Donald. I mean, good God Almighty, they are like Miss Karen. What's going on with the Rams?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's scary, but Matthew Stafford is scary. I mean, I think he plays inconsistent ball, but don't forget that the Ravens were working hard. Like they were trying to do something. They had to do something to try to make these playoffs. So they're getting everybody's best at this point, trying to get into the playoffs. And Huntley was not playing that bad.
Yeah, Huntley did play pretty good. I mean, for him especially. I don't know why the defense couldn't get to him. I don't know if, you know, a lot of times I'm telling guys in games like this, it's very difficult to get your team up to play a team that you know is supposed to be terrible. Travis, what do you think?
Yeah, I was not impressed with the Rams whatsoever. It took them 4 quarters to basically get stuff going. It wasn't until the 4th quarter before they started rolling. I've been on record for years on this show. Coach, you can attest to this. I'm not a Stafford fan. I think he's very overrated, and he seems to be falling and crumbling the last few weeks. Now, I'll reserve my say to let's see what he does in the playoffs. I'm okay saying that because let's see. But the last few games for him have not done him any favors. And if he loses in the first round of the playoffs again with all this talent, I think there needs to be serious question on how good Matthew Stafford is, hasn't won a first round playoff game. So, yeah. And Coach, you know, I've been against him for the last few years on this show. So
let me say this. See this right here.
Move on.
See this right here.
In his head.
This is the problem with quarterbacks right here. This is it. Quarterbacks are so wishy-washy when it comes to this right here. That's why you like Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady don't get wishy-washy that often right here. Tom Brady stays headsy through it all. Because as a quarterback, you have got to maintain this right here through 17 games in the regular season now. And then you got, 5 playoff games? So 22 games, or 4 or 5, 20, 21, 22 games. You got to keep this right here together. And guess what? Some of them can't do it.
Yeah.
You know why? Some of them start reading their own press clippings. Yeah, Matt Stafford finally going to win a Super Bowl. Matt Stafford, boy, he's having a great year. And then all of a sudden something clicks in here that shouldn't be clicking, and now you ain't worth a damn.
The opposite is true too, though. The opposite is true too.
Opposite is true too. Some guys who are having bad year at the beginning, and then they read something clicks in here and says, let's pick this thing up. And then all of a sudden, change overnight. You're like, damn, what happened to him all of a sudden? But every year, if you notice, you have Kyler Murray. Remember how Kyler Murray was tearing the league up at the beginning of the year? Yep. Everybody was talking about, oh, yeah, Kyler Murray is clearly going to be the MVP, this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Man, it wasn't game 6, and all of a sudden that had gone. That talk was gone away. And that's what I'm trying to say. Richard talking about Davis Mills. Davis Mills starting to come around down there in Houston with the Texans. And I agree with Richard. Like I said, I mean, guys, something finally clicks, and it's like, I got this now. I understand it. Or something clicks that says, this is too easy. All I got to do is this. You know, all I got to do is that, and then you're going down the wrong road. But that's the life of a quarterback. So I understand that about Matthew Stafford, Miss Carey. I think that's a very good point. And I don't know what happened to him all of a sudden where he's all crazy. Speaking of great quarterbacks and people who can keep it together, Buccaneers had to come back to beat the New York Jets. However, the New York Jets just stupid. If they hadn't gone for it on 4th and 2 with a damn quarterback sneak down in the red zone already, they probably would have won the game. And I hated the explanation that the head coach gave about what happened, because he basically blamed it on the quarterback, if you ask me. Yep. He said, well, in that situation, he can either do a quarterback sneak or he can hand it to the fullback. And I think he just read it wrong and decided to do a quarterback sneak. I'm like, for real? Is that how you going to do that, man? You just going to throw him under the bus like that?
Yeah. So it wasn't the fullback. The play actually was designed to be handed off to Braxton Berrios, the wide receiver. And if you watch the play, he was coming on a jet sweep.
On a jet sweep.
And which they'd run 2 or 3 times in the game already, and it had worked like 100% of the time to get 2 or 3 yards. They actually scored a touchdown on the same play in the first quarter. And for whatever reason, Wilson decided that he was going to sneak it. But I think you got to kick the field goal anyway. You're up by 4 points. You go up by 7 and then see what happens, right?
But let me tell you what happened. You had a new first-year coach outthink himself, because you know what he said? I'm not going to watch Tom Brady come down and beat me again when I go up by 7, and then he's going to march down the field in the next minute and score on me, and then go for 2 and score on me again. Then people are going to be like, why didn't you just go for it?
Right.
Why didn't you just, so instead of them second guessing, I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way and handle my business this way. And then he took a chance and he lost. Next game we're going to talk about, and we ain't going to talk long about this one either. Bills 29, Falcons 15. Officially, Ms. Carey, it's official now. You are out of the playoffs officially. I know that, I mean, to me it was official when you were 0-0, like before the season started. It was official for me back then. But now it's official for you. Ms. Carey, I'm just going to give you, I'm going to give you more than a minute. I'm going to give you all the time you need. Talk about your team.
I don't need much. We stink. We stink. I don't know how else to say it.
Why, Ms. Carey? You got Matty Ice?
I know Matty Ice is melted, number 1. He's a little old, but he was still playing sharp. I think our defense is coming together. I just think we, let's look at how we thought we were going to have this season, right? We thought we had Julio Jones. We thought we had Calvin Ridley. We have neither. We have no receiving core. We were throwing to Russell Gage.
No receiving core. You got number 8. Everybody's so happy about number 8.
That's one dude. You can't beat a team with one dude.
Julio Jones is one dude.
And we didn't beat a team then.
Miss Peter said Matty Ice need to hang it up. I agree with you, Matty.
Yeah. So it's just, and we're stuck with them. He's probably going to be our quarterback next year. So it's just, it is what it is. We got stuck behind a bad contract, and this man's going to be our quarterback again next year. And we will be hearing Coach Boo talk shit again next year. So it is what it is. I'm ready for it. Okay. The Falcons are my team. I didn't graduate from the Falcon school. The Falcons are not my alma mater, but they're my team, and I'm staying with them.
I respect that. As a Bengals fan, I can absolutely respect that. You hang with your team.
Miss Carey, if you need to step away for a few minutes to refresh your drink.
Well, I'm good.
You go ahead and do what you got to do, baby.
Real quick, I do have a question, Miss Carey. Right now, I believe the Falcons are sitting at number 10 and or 9 in the NFL draft. You guys are playing the last game of the season, again, out of the playoffs, can't make the playoffs, against your arch rival for the Saints who need a win to make the playoffs. Are you, as a Falcon fan, are you wanting them to win to knock the Saints out of the playoffs, or do you want them to lose to get a better draft pick?
Well, I always want the win.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and to me, especially because it's your arch rival, and they're playing in your stadium, you got to win that game.
I agree.
I mean,
and a loss is not going to give us that big of a jump in the draft.
Exactly. And when you round number 10 or 11, it don't matter anyway.
Right.
So the bottom line is that, man, go on ahead and go for the win and go for some – because at the end of the day, you should win this game because they don't even have a quarterback, a real quarterback.
You've already beat them once
neither did we,
at
but
New Orleans.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's all the more reason why. And at some point, you send a statement for next year.
That's fine.
You know, you can't have them saying we're gonna beat the ass like we did at the end of last year. You can't do that. That's dangerous for you to have that happen. And they'll be saying we didn't even have a quarterback last year. We went down there in their building and beat the dude. They better win this game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They better find a way to win this game. And I'm gonna be in the building. Me and Miss Carrie both gonna be in the building. I'm going to the game, y'all. All right,
try to take over till you get there.
here is probably the best game of the week, and it was Chiefs and Bengals. And the Bengals wound up winning the game 34-31. My thing is that, and Travis, you don't get to talk this segment. Yeah, my thing is, Miss Carey, because we already know how Travis feels. Travis, you ain't gonna say nothing that anybody that don't know you gonna say. At the end of the day, Miss Carey, do you think the Bengals can be a serious Super Bowl contender? A serious Super Bowl contender.
I mean, Coach, I have to look at who they've beaten this year. Like, did they beat the Chiefs twice?
They've only played them once.
Oh, they beat the Ravens twice.
Correct.
That's
They only
had a bad loss to, I think, Green Bay. Or if I'm remembering that right. I think that the momentum is on their side.
Yeah.
And I think that you can't say no. Like, I can't say no. I think they could be a legitimate threat.
Is history on their side?
People were saying
is history on their side?
History is not on their side, but okay. History was on the Chiefs side last year. What did history do? It got beat.
I hear you. Travis, go ahead, Travis.
Okay, thank you. To answer your question, can the Bengals be a legitimate Super Bowl contender? That was the question.
Hell no.
That was the question. Was that the question?
That was the question.
Okay.
And the answer was hell no.
If your definition of legitimate Super Bowl contender is making the AFC Championship game,
not making it, winning it. Winning the AFC Championship game.
They cannot win the Super Bowl this year. No, they cannot win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Do I think they can make the Super Bowl this year? Do I think they can come out of the AFC? Yes, I think they can come out of the AFC. Will they need a little bit of luck? Yes. But Joe Burrow right now is playing lights out.
Okay.
Set in NFL, give me two more seconds. NFL history this past weekend, the first quarterback ever to throw for over 400 yards, no interceptions, and 4 touchdowns in back-to-back games.
Okay.
8 touchdowns, 2 games, 900 some yards.
No quarterback in the history of the NFL has ever done that.
So is that going to put him in? Is that going to put him in the Hall of Fame?
Stinks.
Is that going to put him in the Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame, Coach. I'm just saying he is on fire right now.
Okay.
And I love their offense. Jamar Chase is rolling, and their defense has gotten a lot better. I think they can win the AFC. I really do.
Real people who know football would say he might be peaking a little too early. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think he's peaking at the right time.
He might should have saved that performance for 2 games in about 3 more weeks for those 2 games in a row. But we'll see. We'll see. They're feeling themselves right now. They sure are feeling themselves. And I mean, they prime for a upset win or for somebody to come knock them off. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I've seen a lot of football, been around a lot of football. They're feeling themselves right now.
And believe me, I'm nervous. We don't know who they're playing in the first round. There's a few teams I don't want to play in the first round that we could end up playing, and I'm nervous. Okay. I'm nervous about. I don't want to play the Chargers. I do not want to play the Chargers.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Titans and Dolphins. 34-3. Titans over the Dolphins. Did anybody see Tua play? I mean, does anybody still think that Tua, going forward, can be a viable NFL quarterback? I mean, it was embarrassing. Just like somebody said, when he tried to throw that ball and the ball slipped out of his hand, he said, do y'all see now why they measure quarterbacks' hands at the damn NFL combine? That's why they measure it, because of stuff just like that. Because if you don't have a big old mitt like I have, I mean, I hold and throw an NFL football every day as part of my job. Because I throw NFL players' balls sometimes they come in there, and I also do it because the kids think it's fun for me to throw the ball as hard as I throw it and see if they can catch an NFL ball. And I'm telling you, it's huge compared to anything else. I mean, it's huge compared to college. It's huge compared to high school. Any other football, an NFL ball is just it's a massive. It's really massive. And so anyway, what do you think, Miss Carey? Tell me about Tua. I mean, they lost 34-3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I said it was too early to tell on him in the last game when they did win. I don't know, man. I mean, we've seen small quarterbacks do it. And so that's what people keep hanging their hat on.
He ain't quick enough. He is not Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is crazy fast and crazy quick. And to be that size in the NFL, that's what you're going to have to be. And that ain't Tua. Tua is nowhere near that. Tua is not as fast and as quick as Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson is slow as hell compared to Kyler Murray. I mean, Kyler Murray is on a whole nother level when it comes to that.
So it's hard for me to say because I'm thinking, what about all the coaches and all the teams that evaluated him coming in? Somebody thought he could do something.
Yeah, Miami. That's why they drafted him. And look what happened. I mean, it's a lot of these quarterbacks like that now. Carson Wentz. God dang, he needs to be gone somewhere. He's terrible. It's a bunch of them out there like that. Who was the guy who used to be in LA with the Rams?
Jared Goff.
Go ahead. When last time somebody saw Jared Goff or even heard something about Jared Goff? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, somebody's ready to get that fool a damn $100 million.
When they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, okay, when they beat the Cardinals. Okay, but what was their record? Are they going to make the playoff?
But that's what I'm saying. It's the.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Guys, y'all got to stop thinking that just because somebody had one good win, that means something. I mean, then what's your record? Are you making the playoffs? If you don't go to the playoffs in the NFL, somebody's ass need to be fired. And in some cases, it might be the damn owner. But somebody's ass need to be fired if you don't make the NFL playoff. I mean, especially these teams that perennially don't go to the playoff, like we ain't talked about them yet, just lost last night, the Browns. I mean, are you kidding me? You made the playoffs last year for the first time in 34 years or some kind of bullshit like that. And now guess what? You right back to not making the playoffs this year. I mean, somebody's ass needs to be fired. You can't just sit there and be like, well, we're going to bring back the same group next year and try it again. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's the problem. Herein lies the problem with what we were talking about earlier about college football. When you have people who love teams like they do and be like, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. If we go 50 years without ever making the playoffs, I'm still going to love my team. That's because you're a damn fool. I mean, that's crazy. And that you know what that makes the owner say? I ain't got to make no changes because they're going to love us no matter what. So we're going to bring back the same old group and just try it again next year. I ain't going to spend all that damn money bringing in a new GM and a new head coach and trying to get an offensive line. Forget that, because the fans going to come anyway. You know why? Because everybody loves the lonesome loser, and that's who we are. We are the lonesome loser. Have you heard about the lonesome loser? And that's it. And that's why they don't try to get in. But the Jets, the Giants, I mean, look at the draft over the last few years. See if they ain't the same damn team. The Lions,
the
same damn teams. The Jaguars, the Dolphins, same damn teams every year in the top 10. I mean, same miserable ass team. And guess what? Draft a damn Tua Tagovailoa. And guess what? Now your ass need another quarterback this year. I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. And that's what you know. We got the wrong GM in here. That GM has got to go.
To finish off the Tua thing, because we need to move on because no one cares about the Dolphins. There are quarterbacks that are, 6 foot. He's 6'1", right? He's at least 6'1". Drew Brees was 6 foot even, and he's a Hall of Famer, right? But you know what he had? He had accuracy. Russell Wilson, you brought up. He had accuracy. He had mobility. Kyler Murray, mobility. But you have, if you're that small, you have to bring something elite to the table, and he doesn't bring anything elite.
I agree.
But Travis,
good.
Drew Brees didn't start off
elite being that small.
But Drew Brees did not start off that way. That's what I'm saying.
But he was elite coming out of college with his accuracy.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Initially.
We'll move on. Let's go. Let's move on, Ms. Carey. Raiders and Colts. Raiders win 23-20. Carson Wentz once again. Y'all. Anyway, we gonna move. We ain't gonna talk about that. Let's talk about Eagles and Washington. I wish Irv was on here. The Eagles beat Washington the other day. Guys, what happened to Washington? Do y'all not remember? And I understand they ain't got a quarterback.
Yeah.
What happened to their defense? Remember, the defense was so well touted with that defensive line. They were said to have the best defensive line in football. What happened? What happened to all that?
Beginning of the season, they may have one of the top 5 defenses going into the season.
I know. So
Young got hurt early.
Chase Young, he did get hurt
early. He got hurt here in Atlanta, or just before. Yeah, here in Atlanta.
Was it in Atlanta? I think it was. I had big expectations. Obviously, Irv had big expectations too, because he had them making the Super Bowl this year.
I think that's one of the biggest disappointing teams of the year.
To play against the Ravens. Now, in Jason and I's NFL, when I become commissioner, and Jason gonna be assistant commissioner, we gonna fire the owner. If you don't make the Super Bowl, if you don't make the playoffs X amount of years or whatever, the owner got to give up the team. That's what we're gonna do when we get up there. The owner is mandated. He got to sell. He got to sell to somebody who can afford it. But the owner got to sell the team and just give the team up. Let's see. We won't talk about Texans and 49ers.
They also lost their quarterback, right? They had Fitzpatrick as their starting quarterback. He's gone.
Who is that?
Washington.
Oh, yeah. They had Heineke. They got Taylor Heineke, the kid from Collins Hill here in Gwinnett County. He's their quarterback. Yeah. And then he he's up and down. He's that roller coaster quarterback. He was down this week.
Oh, by the way, Washington's apparently supposed to be getting their new name the Tuesday after the Super Bowl. So
February 2nd.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Watch this. This is what I'm going to be doing until they come up with it. I'm going to stay just like this until they come up with it. Man, nobody gives a damn about them. Who gives a damn? Let's see here. Panthers and Saints. We're not going to talk about that. That was a train wreck. Cardinals and Cowboys. We'll talk about that. We got about 3 minutes left. Yep. Cardinals and Cowboys. That's the game we're going to end on, it looks like. That was a good game, though. My question is, if those teams were to, right now, Ms. Carey, if you could wave the magic black man wand and get them to play right now, would it be the same outcome?
I don't think so. I had Dallas winning that game.
I'm with you. I don't think so either. I think that if those guys were to play, if they had said, hey, let's strap it back on and play again right now, Dallas might win that. I mean, I think those teams were very evenly matched. Mm-hmm. And I know you didn't have Hopkins in the game, and we're not going to talk about people who weren't in the game because we know Dallas didn't have some of their stars in the game either.
Right.
However, I'm just talking about from what was out there on that field. That game to me was fun to watch, and it looked like they were very evenly matched. And if it could very well come down to that being the NFC Championship. Now, I know about the damn Packers. Y'all leave me alone. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, and he's a bad man. However, I could see it if it did come down to that. I would love to watch that for the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think, Travis?
I thought this was a great game. I still would take the Cardinals. Murray looked good. Cowboys have a problem stopping him. I think they played him last year, and he went off against them. He's undefeated in AT&T Stadium, by the way. I think he's 9-0. I know it's high school, college, and NFL.
Yeah.
But, he plays well in that stadium. Right now, that's the first round matchup in the NFC NFC playoff game right now.
Let me say this.
Home game for Dallas against Arizona. So
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for you to compare Dak Prescott to Matty Ice. I don't think that Dak Prescott deserves that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She said that so disappointed in how Dallas played. Dak was playing like Matty Ice. For real, Miss Peavy. You gonna do that to Dak? And I'm not even a Cowboy fan, but I don't think anybody. I don't think Taylor Heineke deserves that to be told he playing like Matty Ice. That's just me. Miss Carey, how you feel?
I mean, I don't think Dak Prescott played like Matty Ice, but I would take Dak Prescott in a wheelchair.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna end the show this way. And everybody can Hood, Miss Peavy, Mr. Butler, everybody can put in their picks. Right now, Travis, and Travis will go first. Who are you picking for the Super Bowl? Right now.
AFC and NFC side, and then pick the winner?
No, yeah. AFC and NFC in the winner.
I want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, NFC, Green Bay. They got home field advantage. That team's rolling right now. I would take Tampa, but they got a lot of injuries on the offense. So I'll go with Green Bay. AFC, Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Who's going to win it?
And Green Bay, because Kansas City can't stop anybody on defense, especially passing the ball. So Aaron Rodgers had a field day against that team. So Green Bay.
All right, Miss Carey.
I reserve the right to change in a week if people get injured, though.
Of course you do. You always reserve right to change.
Until last week, I had Tampa, but I'm gonna go LA Rams coming out of the NFC.
What? Okay.
And I'm gonna go Kansas City coming out of the AFC, and KFC winning. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna say Kansas City wins.
Kansas City wins. Wow. Okay.
And you?
I am going to take Aaron Rodgers coming out of the NFC.
Okay.
I think like Travis said, with them having home field, Brady can play in the cold. I don't know if a lot of them other jokes can play in the cold.
Agreed.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough playing on that damn field this time of year.
Yep.
And I mean, you want to talk about field to capacity? I mean, it don't matter if they're having a snowstorm that day. They're going to have that place rocking.
Yep.
So, and if you've ever seen Green Bay, like a few years ago, I went to a Green Bay Packers game in Atlanta Stadium. There were more Green Bay fans in the Atlanta Stadium than there were Atlanta fans. I mean, I was just like, look around this place. It's mostly green. And I'm just telling you, it was crazy. It was, I mean, I've never been more in a trance in a game than I was that game. I couldn't believe how many Packers fans were in there. So the fact that you got to go through there to do it, that's going to be tough. So I'm gonna give the nod to the. I don't think that, and I'm a Tampa Bay fan. I'm a big time Brady fan. They're missing something right now. And AB doing what he did the other day. You notice we didn't talk about AB because I told y'all that man needed help a long time ago. So I said I didn't want his name mentioned on this show anymore. He's an idiot. But all that being said, I don't think Tampa has the tools right now to get it done. So I'm gonna go with Travis on that, and I am gonna go with I think Kansas City can turn on anytime they want to, and they just got too many weapons with Kelsey and with the little scooty boot receiver they got, Tyreek Hill. They just got too many. I mean, it's just too much. They got my man Hilaire, whatever the running back, Edwards Hilaire, whatever his name is. I'm going with Kansas City, and I'm taking Green Bay to win though. I'm not taking Kansas City. I'm taking Green Bay to win. I think that.
Did you and Travis have the same? Okay.
Did we have the same time? I thought Travis took them to win.
I picked Green Bay for Kansas City.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers to win, and then all hell to break loose in the offseason because he ain't gonna stay with no Green Bay. I think he'll leave and go somewhere else. And just I think that's how he walks out of Green Bay right there. So it walks off in the sunset with the championship. So that's my pick. So anyway, Miss B, you trying to agree with me. You knew I was going to say that. I'm talking about you agree with Travis. Anyway, folks, we got to get out of here. It's time for us to go. Travis, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all now and tell everybody watching. I will not be here next week because I have to go to a meeting where I'm going to get for our team, I'm going to be the assistant coach of the year for North Gwinnett at this Gwinnett County banquet. So thank you, Miss Kara. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I got to go to a banquet next week. And I hate that because obviously it's going to be the day after the championship game and all that. And I would love to be part of that conversation. So I might try to have to figure something out about how I can sneak on here and say something. Or at least
we didn't pick our picks.
Huh?
We didn't make our picks for the championship season.
Alabama.
Alabama?
What do you think, Miss Karen? She's going to go for Georgia because she lives in Atlanta.
I hate Georgia. I hate UGA, but I'm
still going to pick her.
I'm picking Georgia.
Yeah, I knew. See that?
You're picking Alabama?
I got this crystal ball back in my bedroom, and I looked in there and said, Miss Carey going to pick Georgia. See there? See what I'm talking about? I'm going with Alabama, too. I just think that I think Saban has that mojo over Kirby. I hate to admit it.
Yep.
But I'm going to take Alabama. I don't see how you could not take it. I'm going to take Alabama.
I hope we're recording this.
Oh, we are. And I ain't going to be here next week anyway, so I'll take who I want. So, because even if it is, just like, every time you lose, your ass don't come on the next damn week.
I'm here. I'm here. I hope you come and bring Black Man. I'm going to take both of y'all.
Hey, you know what? I wish Black could be on here next week. But I'm telling you, next time I'm here, the next time I'm supposed to be here, I'm going to let Black come in my place. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to sacrifice. I know Miss Ham and Miss Peavy and Matt, y'all don't want to hear that I ain't going to be on here next week. But and then the week after that, so 2 weeks in a row, I'm not going to be on here because I ain't going to be on here next week. I'm going to that banquet. And then the week after that, Black Man going to be on here. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to take me a little vacation. I'm going to let Black go ahead. I like it up here on Black Mania. They treat me like a king up here anyway. So I'm going to just go ahead and stay up here on Black Mania for a couple weeks after I get my award. But anyway, Miss Carey, as always, we appreciate you. Travis, always appreciate you, except all that shit you talk about in dumbass Cincinnati Bengals. This sorry ass. Anyway, folks, we got to get out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Miss Peavy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Ham, Matt. Appreciate y'all, everybody. It'll be my second time winning it in my 21-year career. So, 2 out of 21, that ain't bad.
That's what we said. That's what we say in Atlanta, Coach.
I know exactly. I live in the right city to be able to say that. 2 out of 21.
I'm gonna take you to Magic City for winning that.
There you go, Miss Karen. Miss Karen, that's why you my girl. That's what I'm I hear you, baby. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Good night.
Congratulations, Coach, again.
Yes, congratulations. Start from the hip.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all next week. Well, I won't be here, but we'll see y'all next week.